Fisher. This is Gray, good gun.
Hello everybody, Andrew Gallinger with you, and welcome into Game 2 of our 2022 Rock Springs Stallions Coronavirus Tournament on this Saturday between the Rock Springs Stallions and Jackson Giants. Game 1 went the way of the Jackson Giants handily by a score of 17-4. Leading off for Jackson is Aiden Grayland, the catcher. Grayland is ahead in the count, 3-0.
Oh, you're at Stagecoach in Brooklyn Stage?
Wait, Mom, is church at 7:30 in the morning?
3-1 the count now.
I gotta go back and find your song again. There it is.
Maddox Ice
7:30 at night.
pitching for Rock Springs.
6 o'clock.
Swinging through that one is Grayland. Now he's at a 3-2 count. It's full as it has now started to cloud up here for game number 2. As that one's in the dirt, ball 4. A leadoff walk for Jackson and Aiden Grayland.
Ethan Garner.
Ethan Garner, the starting right fielder, now up for Jackson.
Another one, please.
And here's the pitch, swinging through that one is Garner, 0-1.
Can you see better? Okay. I don't know who's the bottom line.
Garner, the
Go, Mad Dog!
left-handed pitcher. Left-handed hitter, excuse me.
Yes.
And Ethan Garner calling time for a second, now stepping back into the batter's box as we now have wind starting to pick up here north of Rock Springs as there is a solid hit. Does it get down? That does get down.
The wind stopped that.
That's a double for Garner. Aiden Grayland comes around from first to score. A double to center for Ethan Garner. Grayland scores. It's an RBI double for Ethan Garner. It's a 1-0 lead for the Jackson Giants. And the Giants are starting off just as they left off in Game 1. Game 1 was a 17-4 win for Jackson over the Rock Springs Stallions. Trayson Castile now up for Jackson. Here comes the pitch, swinging through that one, fouling it back. That double by Garner assisted a lot by the wind here north of Rock Springs as that one is contact. Let's see if that's caught. Missed by Rock Springs left fielder. That's a double.
Up next, number 11, Mason
on
Wright.
an error.
So once we get further into the innings, you always want to check your on deck first and to make sure that the order has
They didn't change it.
Sub anybody.
Can you take the subs right here?
Yeah.
Castile to second to deep left field on that error. Ethan Garner moved up to third. And there's a hit to shallow right for Mason Wright. That brings Ethan Garner home. An RBI single for Wright. Makes it a 2-0 lead for Jackson.
Now up, number 22, Aaron Huggins.
And Trayson Castile comes home too.
We hear a lot of weird.
So it's now 3-0.
I know, right?
A 2-run RBI single for Mason Wright. As that was to shallow right.
Yes. Crap last night. Oops. Of course, I didn't help. I had a 1:30 in the morning phone call.
Aaron Huggins now up the starting third baseman for Jackson. That one in the dirt, allowing Wright to advance to second on the wild pitch. No attempt for Rock Springs to make a play at second. Hudson Garner had to chase down the ball from his catcher spot. So Aiden Grayland, Ethan Garner, and Trayson Castile have all come home. Mason Wright is at second. Aaron Huggins is now at the plate ahead on a 2-0 count.
Not time yet? Yep.
Here's the pitch. That one looked just low. Ball 3. Still nobody gone here in the top of the first inning for Jackson. Rock Springs trying to get ahead, and that doesn't do it, as that's ball 4
Now
and a
batting
walk
number 8,
for Aaron
Matt
Huggins.
Fisher.
So all of these umpires are local.
I think so.
You said there was no mileage in the travel.
With Matt Fisher, the starting left fielder for the Giants, coming up.
So counseling session. Did you get my sandwich and a bag of Doritos for me, please?
We've got runners at the corners. Excuse me, runners at first and second. And we now have a mound visit for the Rock Springs Stallions. Rock Springs looking for their third win on the season. The Stallions come into this game after losing game 1 earlier against Jackson with the record of 2-25 on the year. Mason Wright at second, Aaron Huggins at first. Nobody out.
No, I just like the crunch.
Here comes the pitch. A bunt that's fouled off for Matt Fisher.
Love them.
But then when they get stuck in your teeth. Especially when you have braces.
0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch.
Don't push the button unless you want to talk, otherwise
That one catching the outside corner of the plate for a strike. That's going to be an 0-2 count.
just be careful. It's probably as old as I am, so don't break it. No, don't. You won't be able to announce.
And racing to third for the steal. Safe at third, Mason Wright.
Why is?
It was a balk.
Oh. Okay.
And that was a balk. So now Aaron Huggins moves up to second. On the balk, right up to third. Here's the pitch. There's a hit, gets right to the shortstop for Rock Springs. Not in time at first. Safe. Mason Wright comes home.
Good running, Tyler.
And just
Up
like
now
that,
is
Jackson
number 18, Lucas
leads
Grayland.
3-0. Excuse me, 4-0. Jackson Giants lead 4-0 following that RBI single.
I just hadn't gotten to there yet.
Oh, and it's now actually 5-0. Apologies. Lucas Grayland now up. As Fisher brought both Wright and Huggins home. Fisher now at second with Lucas Grayland at the plate. Jackson Giants lead Rock Springs 5-0, still in the top of the first inning. Here in game 2 between the Jackson Giants and Rock Springs Stallions. 1-1 the count for Lucas Grayland. Grayland's solid contact. Will that be caught? And that's missed.
I'm pretty sure Ronan Nelly thought he was going to get
How
it.
come that was not infield fire? Oh, because there was
Number
no
14,
That's missed by
Richard
Billy
Hammond.
Peterson,
Good job.
allowing Grayland to make it to first on an error.
I couldn't even read his handwriting in the first game when I was the first line up and totally pronounced half of them wrong.
Another error on our lead leader.
Error on our lead, what?
Lead leader.
Following Peterson's error. And now Bridger Hammond up. Hammond fouls that one back.
Please bring all foul balls to the concession stand for a treat.
Oh boy.
Good job.
Talk about Mr.
You did perfect.
Better than Rachel.
Sounded right to me.
Hammond, the starting second baseman.
Did I ever find it?
He readies for pitch number 2.
Come on, Andrew.
That solid contact. Caught for the out.
Number 2, Xander Witt.
After flying out, Xander Witt is up next. For Jackson. And here's the pitch. That one low and in the dirt for ball 1. Two men on for Jackson, only one out. That one is just high of the zone. 2-0 the count.
Come on, Ice.
Breading on the mound. Here's Maddox Ice as that one gets fouled back. That makes it now 2-1 as that's fouled just right behind home plate. Matt Fisher at second for Jackson. Lucas Grayland at first.
Nice catch. Are you playing Little League?
And that one runs in on Witt for a ball. Count now 3-1.
What's your favorite? Next second. when you lost the pitcher, so definitely keep working on that. Good.
Here's the pitch. That one outside for ball 4.
Up again, number 3, Aiden Grayland.
And just like that, here in inning number 1, we are back to the top of the order here in the top of the first frame for the Jackson Giants. Aiden Grayland back up to the plate.
Vacuum stuck.
Good notification.
Vacuum ended the job stuck.
Swinging through that one is Grayland. 0-1 the count. Bases loaded now for the Giants. Giants already with the 5-0 lead. That one just outside for a ball count, now even at 1-1. Also 1 out. Because there's one fouled off into right field. Count now 1-2. That one low and in the dirt gets away from Hudson Garner. Not far enough for anybody to be able to advance. Count now even at 2-2.
I gave you Coke, what you wanted, but there's Dr. Pepper in there too.
And that one gets past Garner. That brings Matt Fisher home.
A lot of fizz. Well, it's super cold.
And just like that, it's a 6-0
Thanks.
lead for Jackson.
I feel like I need a Stallions hat.
I think we still have something for sale if you want.
Oh, did he get fouled? Dang it.
Yeah, I did. You can catch the next
I
one.
was talking. I'm gonna do better.
That's cold.
Isn't that the idea?
And there's a hit for Grayland. Brings in the run.
Okay, announce your next one.
Number 4, Ethan Garner.
That's Sagas to me on third there.
Yeah, I know.
Lucas Grayland
I realized that.
comes in following the hit from Aiden Grayland.
Runner. 27.
That singles to just past third base. And just like that, we have Jackson leading 7-0
That
with
foul ball was
Ethan
sponsored
Garner
by Bennett.
at the plate.
Do Desert View Animal Hospital next.
A 7-0 lead. Runners at the corners for Jackson.
You could do White Mountain Dental, Rock Springs Honda Toyota.
Sweetwater now.
Yeah, you did that one.
We have Xander Witt at third. Aiden Grayland at first.
Nice.
And there's a home run. Ethan
Home run by
Garner.
number 4.
A 3-run home run to right.
Nice hit. That was like
That brings Witt, Aiden Grayland, and Ethan Garner with the 3-run home run. 3-run home run to right field. And just like that, here in the first inning, it is 10-0. Jackson Giants leading game 2 against the Rock Springs Stallions. It wasn't quite this significant of a lead at this point in game 1, but this is the first time I've called a home run for either the Stallions or their opponents this season. 3-run home run to right for Ethan Garner of the Jackson Giants. And just like that, we are already through 11 batters and 10 runs.
Now pitching for Rock Springs, Jason Sagastumi.
And we already have a pitching change for Rock Springs. Now instead of Maddox Ice, it is Jason Sagastumi. Sagastumi and Hudson Garner getting some warm-up opportunities. Here is Rock Springs is already going to a reliever in the first.
Now batting, number 6, Trayson Castile.
Good job.
Trayson Castile now up. He reached second on an error. As there he got hit by the pitch.
Number 11, Mason Bright.
So he advances to first. It was an error by Jason Sagastumi at third base earlier in the first that allowed Trayson Castile to reach second. He just advanced to first, getting hit by the pitch. Now we got Mason Wright. Watched one for a ball. 1-0 the count now. There's Sagastumi.
That was a strike.
And Rock Springs, that one caught the left corner of the plate
It was strike.
against the left-handed batter, for Jackson Mason Wright. The relief pitcher, Sagastumi. That one is just low, but over the heart of the plate. Low for a ball, 2-1. 2-1 the count, still only the one out. Bridger Hammond, the only out for Jackson so far here in the first inning. That one low for a ball, 3-1 for Mason Wright,
The Ball in the Falls
as he is in the batter's box.
Yeah.
It's Friday, Saturday, yeah.
Friday, Saturday?
I would have to look.
Okay.
Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. I haven't.
Mason Wright fouls that one
I
back,
figure out RV parking.
right behind home plate. Count full, 3-2. And there's a hit. Gets past into shallow center field for a hit.
22,
Mason
Aaron
Wright.
Huggins.
Wright makes it on a single. Aaron Huggins now up. Huggins singled. earlier. That one wide of the plate for a ball wide right.
Yeah.
Ball one.
Looks like it's Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And that one foul back. Ball two. Or excuse me.
I looked at hotel
That
rooms.
one
They're
fouled
starting at
off.
250.
That's insane.
Makes the count
Yeah.
1-1. My
I'm gonna look at a map
apologies.
and see if there's something
1-1
closer.
the count.
How many Coca-Colas are 30 miles away?
Okay. How do you want to do that one then? Since we'll have to go up Thursday.
Here comes the pitch. That one
Without me.
in there for a strike count now. 1 and
I
2.
blocked off at noon on Friday, but
They play Friday morning.
2 runners
I
on
don't
for
know
Jackson.
playtimes yet, do you?
No, Blackfoot looks like it's
That one gets away
closer.
from catcher Hudson Gardner for Rock Springs.
So they'll probably start play Friday morning, right?
Castile advances to third. Mason Wright moves up to second. So now we've got 2 runners in scoring position
Working in
on the wild pitch that was mishandled from Jason Sagastumi and Hudson Garner. Here's the pitch. That one
Oh, nice.
caught him looking for a strike. That's strike
Number
3,
8,
out number
Matt
2.
Fisher.
Now batting, Matt Fisher.
Half hour long, top of the first.
And Fisher hits slow roller to third. And he's out on a close play at third. And finally, the marathon first inning ends. But not after 10 runs come across for the Jackson Giants
Take me out to the ball game.
on 15 hitters. 10 runs on 15 hitters for the Jackson Giants. The Jackson Giants proving their dominance. The Giants winning game 1, 17-4. This game is heading to be that sort of a similar blowout. We'll see what Rock Springs can do offensively in the bottom of inning number 1.
Hey, baby, do you come here all
Stay with us and listen to in-stadium music.
now? Watch your sound.
I'll be back with the bottom of inning number 1. This is Rock Springs Stallions baseball, game 2 against the Jackson Giants
Next in line.
of game 1 for Rock Springs of the 2022, coronavirus tournament. And I'll actually go ahead and just stay here. It's going to be Maddox Ice leading it off.
Why, yes, I went to Harvard.
Ice, the starting pitcher. Ice was pulled earlier.
Just stay for one semester. Tom's out. Who's next? Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing. Swing, batter, batter, swing.
Ice getting some practice swings in.
Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing. Swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter, swing. Swing it out.
Let's take a look at the defensive lineup for Jackson. Pitching, Mason strike, catching Aiden Grayland at first, Lucas Grayland at second, Bridger Hammond at third, Aaron Huggins at shortstop, Trayson Castile.
Up first
At left
for the
field, Matt
Stallions
Fisher.
is number 26, Maddox
At
Ice.
center field, Xander Witt. And at right field, Ethan Garner. That's the defensive lineup for the Jackson Giants. Maddox Ice now in the batter's box for Rock Springs to lead off the game.
You forget I teach young children. So,
That one gets past catcher Aiden Grayland for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Hudson wants danger zone again.
My Aunt Paula might be putting in for your bookkeeper job. Paula Brown.
oh, she did. Haven't been.
And that
think
one
she was
low
gonna.
for a ball, 2-0.
Next week I can look.
Yeah.
I know, right? I shouldn't have to work on this. I actually finished cleaning my room this week.
Nice.
No swinging on either of those for Ice. Ice watches that one as well. This time it's a strike, 2-1 the count.
What team is the green team?
Them?
And that one's a ball, 3-1.
Look like Green River Knights.
Gets past catcher Aiden Grayland and hits the fence behind home plate.
Might also be Wheatland.
Swinging through that one is Maddox Ice.
Wheatland.
Count now full, 3-2.
What the?
And he's called for strike 3. Caught him looking. And you can probably hear everybody in the seats thought that was a ball. Nonetheless, the home plate umpire called that a strike. That's out number 1. Caught Maddox Ice looking. That's the first out to lead off the bottom half of inning number 1 for Rock Springs. Wheeler has to jump rope out of that one. Ball 1 to avoid getting hit.
What? Oh my gosh!
Again?
Oh, yep.
You're gonna have to be able to hit
That
through
one
the
is
other bottom batter's
strike.
box.
1-1.
That was a strike too.
I know, that's why I like sit right here and like sit. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That one called a ball, but from up here looked like it was a strike. 2-1 the count now.
That's there.
And there's a hit to deep left field. Sam Wheeler with a double to deep left.
Up now, number 6, Billy Peterson.
Dives into base. Is now up to the plate. The shortstop, Billy Peterson.
Yeah, you know how we work.
Peterson, following that double from Wheeler, watches one for a ball. And that one outside for ball 2.
Yeah, that's got to be Wheatland. No W on their hats.
And here comes the third pitch, swinging through that one is Peterson. 2-1 the count now.
You gotta turn it inside out.
Oh, this hat.
Oh.
That's what's special.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Mom, don't dishonor the hat.
Runner on second, Rock Springs looking for their first run.
Damn.
You weren't ready.
As that toss back to second gets away from Jackson's second baseman, Bridger Hammond, but not far enough to allow Sam Wheeler to advance from second to third. So Wheeler remains at second. Billy Peterson in the batter's box with a 2-1 count. Maddox Ice, the leadoff man, the only out here in the bottom of inning number 1. Peterson watches that one for a strike count. Now even
Now
2-2.
Their warm-up circle and be called a strike.
Number 14,
And now-
Hudson Garner.
One was swinging through that one for the out. That is out number 2, Billy Peterson.
Yep. Did they play it in the second movie? Have you seen the second movie yet? The new one?
Hudson Garner now up for Rock Springs. Garner, solid hit. That gets down for a single into shallow right.
Up next, number 2, Andrew Rondinelli.
So we now have Sam Wheeler at third, Hudson Garner at first, Andrew Rodinelli up now.
You still got to show. Phone with this dripping, just know how to hustle. Look at your bitch through these deals by folks. I get me saying, hey.
Does this count as community service?
Sure. I'll count it. I'll sign it.
Sweet.
You only have 5 hours of this. It's a thing.
How many hours?
5 hours. You have to do
Runners at the corners for
What
Rodinelli.
is it? 4.
confirmation.
That one's low for a ball. 1-0.
I know, what do I have to do?
So you can pull weeds for 5 hours, but that's it.
Well, you can get 2 hours today.
Sweet.
And there's tomorrow.
Sad. And that's another 4 hours. So I have like 6.
1-0 the count for Rodinelli.
Mom, we're coming back tomorrow. Uh-oh.
If the Wallenbergs will have you.
And that one gets away.
I don't know.
Stealing successfully. Close.
Yes, but
Hudson Garner.
That was out. That looked out.
That was close at second, but Garner successful on the steal.
He won't swing it, shit.
And now the count is 2-1.
Might as well go to the edge. Now it's going to pitch it inside.
Andrew Rodinelli. Rodinelli fouls that one back. It's 2-2 now.
Where were you?
Yeah,
Been looking for you the whole time.
Are you doing good announcing?
He is.
I have a blanket if you want to know it. Here's your blanket.
On 2-2. Here's the pitch for Rodinelli. That's in there for a strike. That's a looking strike 3. Out number 3 for Rodinelli.
18 Grayland is your first one up.
And just like that, that leaves 2 men on. Rock Springs unable to even put a dent in this Jackson Giants first inning lead, 10-0. The lead, we head to the top of inning number 2. It is going to be Lucas Grayland leading off the inning. Jackson Giants swinging the bats. In just a minute, this is Andrew Gallinger with Rock Springs Stallions Baseball from the Paul J. Wataha Recreation Complex. Game 2 for the Rock Springs Stallions
You've been catching all year?
in the 2022
You've been catching all year?
Rock Springs Coronavirus Tournament.
No, where are you catching this year?
Year 3 of the tournament. Stay with us, everybody. Stallions American Legion Baseball continues.
Been Copsy, what position do you play?
She's been playing the bench. She broke her wrist.
What?
Because where have you been? What?
Now catching number 41.
Thanks, sir. Great.
You're on the wrong one. Griffin Garner.
Will they like change
So, yeah, so when you're back,
Got Bradford.
On the guitar was Miss Crystal Taffy. And the cool looking guy on the jacket is Angel Rogers. I look at the motorcycle boots, Christina Giamatti. Lovely Carol Davis. Cleo Kennedy. Soul Man Mr. Bobby King. Shane Fontaine on the guitar. Tommy Sims on the bass. Zach Alfred on the drums. And Professor Rod Benson on the keyboard.
not everybody knows the same but these work. Okay, go ahead and announce your batter.
Up first, Lucas Graywood.
See, he's like a pro.
Yeah.
Thanks for the compliments.
So now you have to start listening to the announcers on TV and you can like kind of say the thing which they're saying.
But I can talk like an announcer.
No, that would be doing what Andrew over here is doing. You don't do that over the announcers.
And welcome back, everybody, to the top of inning number 2. Watching that one for a ball, that's Lucas Grayland, new catcher, Griffin Garner for Rock Springs, replacing his brother Hudson.
Don't cry.
You guys, just gosh.
And that gets down.
Now up, number 14, Bridger Hammond.
Not able to be caught by new center fielder Maddox Ice for the Rock Springs Stallions.
We even got all of our new softball.
So Lucas Grayland makes it to first.
He must be getting a pitch, Hudson.
I use it.
And she's like,
Okay, I'll just start.
you've seen her play, haven't you?
Bridger Hammond now up for Jackson.
I have no use.
Hammond flew out to right field earlier in the first inning. Fouls that one off. 0-1 the count. As we are here in the top portion of the second inning. Jackson swinging the bats, leading the Rock Springs Stallions 10-0. Lucas Grayland on first with Bridger Hammond at the plate. Nobody out.
Like watching a baseball game.
And announce.
Yeah.
Or you want to be the commentator?
And here comes the pitch. That one gets past Griffin Garner. Allows Grayland to move up to second on the wild pitch. No chance for Rock Springs to make a play for Lucas Grayland at second.
They set up a table right here and they do commentating for their games and video, live video.
They broadcast it or whatever.
And that one catches the plate. That's strike 2. 1 and 2 the count. And there's one fouled off to deep left field. Let's take a look at all of the substitutions for Rock Springs. Jason Sagastumi, the new pitcher. Griffin Garner, the new catcher. Billy Peterson, now at third base. Sam Wheeler, now at shortstop. Maddox Ice, now at center field.
That ball was sponsored by...
As that one is fouled off. With Maddox Ice at center field now. So Maddox Ice at center field. Sam Wheeler at shortstop. Billy Peterson at third. Griffin Garner at catcher. And Jason Sagastumi pitching. And Bridger Hammond strikes out. That is out number 1 for Jackson here in inning number 2. Now up for the Jackson Giants, Xander Witt.
We have to finally end.
That foul ball was also sponsored by Total.
Witt fouls that one off.
Okay, now you gotta pick a different one and find a funny way to say it. I know, but you could go.
Marty's.
There you go. Pick a different one.
Coming up after Witt, we will have Aiden Grayland, as that one is also fouled off just to the right of the plate. Xander Witt is now behind in the count, 0-2. Along first inning, we are now
You could say currently batting.
about 48 minutes into this game, and we are only in the second inning as there's a solid hit. It gets down.
Now you can go back to.
Caught.
It was now. You're back up to.
Up now, Aiden Grayland.
Caught by the center fielder, Maddox Ice, for out number 2, and Xander Witt.
I do.
But he's funny.
Yeah, you could be funny too.
What's a good pun to match this game?
I can't think of what it is.
Dessert.
Hayden Grayland now up.
Like everybody else does.
Jackson is really.
Grayland walked and singled during both of his
No, you don't want to announce that.
batting appearances, respectively, in the first inning.
Yourself right here.
As that one runs in and hits him on the shoulder. So Grayland
4 is batting.
advances to first on the hit by pitch.
4, Ethan Garner.
Can you do like the.
The right fielder, Ethan Garner, now up. Garner hit that 3-run home run towards the end of the first inning. That gave these Jackson Giants the 10-0 lead. A 3-run home run to right field. As that first one is outside for a ball, 1-0 the count.
What is it?
Runners on first and second. Lucas Grayland on second. Aiden Grayland on first. There's that one outside for a ball, 2-0. Jason Sagastumi, the Rock Springs relief pitcher, readies.
Booty.
Here's the hit, but that gets fouled off into left field. Makes the count now 2-1.
That one wasn't sponsored by anybody? Was that sponsored by?
Only when they go out of the fence.
That's boring, Bradley. It was Bradley used to go share them.
And Sagastumi readies. Here's the pitch. That one high for a ball. 3-1 the count now.
See, I'll show you what's on my list. I added your little frog song too. So we have Monster Mish, Barbie Girl, Surfing Bird, I had $1 million. It's a bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
And that one runs in and almost hits him.
It did.
But it's ball 4 as it does hit him.
Spam.
On his foot, it looked like, for Ethan Garner. So Garner
I'll play that one.
advances to first on
Number
the hit
6.
by pitch.
Trayson Castillo.
Caught stealing.
What did I say?
The last two batters for
I'm
Jackson
a gummy bear.
on following being hit by the pitch
Peanut butter jelly.
is Trayson Castillo. Watches one, the first one just low for a ball, 1-0 the count. As we now have the bases loaded. 2 gone here in the second inning. As Castillo puts one up, but it's caught for the third out in left. That's the end of the second inning. So Jackson strands 3. As we head to the bottom of inning number 2, Jackson unable to pick up any runs, stranding 3 runners on base. Jason Sagastumi gets out of the bases loaded jam on the mound for Rock Springs. We head to the bottom of inning number 2. Rock Springs Stallions will swing the bats, trailing 10
24 for 11.
to nothing.
And let it go by. Swing hard and aim for the sky.
Fine 24. 14's pitching.
My field of dreams was rolling stone. An old gravel parking lot next to our dad on the mountain till the daylight was gone. Saying, boy, keep your eye on the ball.
And Bridger Hammond is now going to be the new pitcher with such a large lead for Jackson as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning. And Owen Connor replaces Bridger Hammond at second.
Number 21, Jason Sagastumi.
About the bed.
Is that David next? How about get a haircut?
Mom, say that for Bradford.
He's not.
Jason Sagastumi now up for Rock Springs to lead off the second inning.
Have a kid play.
Foul ball.
Silent group.
And we got those first two fouled off. So it's a quick 0-2 count that Sagastumi is behind.
Yeah. We ought to take $5 off his paycheck for every one of those.
Here comes the pitch from Bridger Hammond. Hit, that gets down, and it gets past the right
Go!
fielder.
What are you doing?
Jason Sagastumi decides to stay at first
Number
on
25.
the single to right
Megan
that
Dickinson.
gets past Ethan Garner. Dagan Dickinson now up.
Get a haircut and get a real job.
I didn't know where. No, I was going to straighten back over.
And Dickinson fouls that one off. 0-1 the count.
Tyler.
One man on.
I'm going to do sugar.
That one in there for a strike. Dickinson behind in the count. 0-2.
Or Kung Fu Fighting.
The other one you just said. Strike.
That one
What was the first one you said?
way wide right of the plate for a ball. 1-2 the count now. Jason Sagastumi at first. Swinging through that one is Dagan Dickinson.
Number 12.
Striking out.
Drayton
That's out number one. Trayton Gunyon now at the plate.
What do we want for ice?
Gunyon, the starting first baseman.
I could do the teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. I'll do me more.
That one in there for a strike. Got him looking. 0-1. Here comes pitch 2. Looked at that for a ball. Count even now at 1.
All right.
Even at 1 with 1 out.
That's exactly
One
how
man
you
on first. Jason Sagastumi, leadoff man in the inning. Now that one was just low for a ball. 2-1 now.
That'll go great with Sugar Sugar is my song.
That one catching the right corner of the plate. Now it's back even at 2. Gunyon did not swing at that one.
Thank you.
Shocking.
And that one just to the right of the plate. Now the count is full. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1 man on first. As Gunyon fouls that one off to right field. Up next in the order for Rock Springs, Tyler Waldendorf.
Go fair. Stay fair.
As that's fouled off for Gunyon. Tyler Wallendorf, the starting right fielder for Rock Springs in this game. That one outside for ball 4. That's a walk for Gunyon. Tyler Wallendorf.
Wish we'd have got to that part.
Fast forward it a little.
Some of these songs don't give you the lyrics, so I can't get there.
And Wallendorf watches that one low for a ball. 1-0.
Come on, man.
That one just high again. Wallendorf smartly watched that one. 2-0 the count.
Golden Girls.
Jason Sagastumi had second, Trayton Gunyon at first. Wallendorf swings through that one. Count now 2-1. And that one catches the right corner of the plate for a strike.
Dude, swing at the ones in the
Wallendorf not swinging at that one. It's even now, 2-2. Still 1 out, 2 runners on.
No?
And that one just high and out of the zone for a ball. Now it's a full count for Wallendorf. 2 men on, 1 out.
Nope.
Here's the pitch. Wallendorf swings through that one. Striking out. That's the
26,
second out of the
Max.
inning.
Ice.
Maddox Ice now up. Ice singled to left field. Excuse me. Ice struck out. It was Sam Wheeler that singled to left field. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong line on my score sheet. As that one was 0-1. As that one gets away. 1-1 the count now as it allows runners for Rock Springs to move up. So now Sagastumi is at third, Trayton Gunyon at second.
We're doing spam for Sam.
Care, dear.
Go ahead, have fun with this.
And that one is outside to the right of the plate for a ball. 2-1 now.
Have a sense of humor. Were you angry? Want a slice of cake?
What? You say slice the cake?
Are you angry?
That one low for a ball.
Yes, I do.
Looks like slime.
On that 3-1 count.
He's frustrated with the umpire.
Just outside. Called a strike. Now it's a full count, 3-2.
Calm down.
Dude, you're him.
Ice fouls that one back.
He's ignoring.
I had my button down the entire time.
Count 3-2.
Wallendorf, there's umpires like that. It's life.
Ice fouls that one back.
Monty's.
That one high for the fourth ball. Maddox Ice walks.
0-0. Sam. Wheeler.
Sam Wheeler now up, but we have a minute as the Jackson Giants are having a mound visit with relief pitcher Bridger Hammond.
Egg, sausage and spam? That's not got much spam in it. I don't want any spam.
Why can't you have egg, bacon, spam and sausage?
Sagastumi at third, Gunyon at second, Ice at first for Rock Springs. Bases loaded for Sam Wheeler. Here as we continue
It's Monty
in the
Python.
bottom
It's weird.
of the first.
That spam really got him high.
And that's a hit right to third, but it's caught immediately for the third out.
I don't have very
That's
much
the
fun.
end of inning number 2.
Okay, I got bad news.
Rock Springs strands 3. Unable to put any on the board, we head to the top of inning number 3, game 2 of this coronavirus tournament 2022, and this doubleheader on this June 4th between these Rock Spring Stallions and Jackson Giants. Giants leading game 2 as we head to the top of the third, 10-0. Jackson Giants won game 1, 17-4. As we head to the top of inning number 3, let's see what happens as the Giants hold a commanding 10-0 lead, heading to the third frame.
You got moves everywhere, my friend.
Okay.
Is it bad?
Should be right.
That's like pretty good.
Let's see if he walks right.
Number 24, Owen Connor.
I like your little pronunciation systems. Easy. You're making it click and it works. Okay.
Let's get some out.
I agree.
Game's a lot more stressful up here.
Your son's gonna need a nap today. He's stressed out up here. Yeah.
And welcome back, everybody, to the top of inning number 3. Jackson Giants about once again leading Rock Spring Stallions in game 2, 10-0. As that's an infield fly caught by Trayton Gunyon.
The game's toast, so you might as well just let everyone play.
Mason Wright for the first out.
Did you announce 22?
Now batting, number 22, Aaron Huggins.
So, yeah, 24.
Aaron Huggins watches 1 for a ball, 1-0 the count now, with 1 out.
I know, but it's apparently...
Now we have Ivan Valero for Rock Springs at first, Ryan Zotti at second,
So now you're here. So we'll see who comes in for 14.
Cannon Chrisman at center field, Hudson Fasoler at left,
And so from your city songs.
and as I was mentioning that, a ball and a strike count came in, so to catch you up, the count is now 2-1 for Aaron Huggins.
You just need
That one is low for a ball.
raining tacos.
It's raining.
It's now 3-1. That one outside, ball 4. Aaron Huggins walks to first.
Nap Fisher.
Not Fisher's batting.
Jason Sagastumi still pitching. Matt
Number 8,
Fisher
Matt
now into the batter's
Fisher.
box.
Another at bat, should I say?
Sure.
And there's a hit into left field for Matt Fisher. And that's a single to left.
Up next, number 18, Lucas Grayland.
Lucas Grayland now up. 2 men on now for Jackson, following the walk by Aaron Huggins and the single to deep left by Matt Fisher. That one gets past Griffin Garner, allows Huggins to move to third and Fisher to move to second on the wild pitch. With that wild pitch, it makes it a starting 1-0 count.
Are you angry? Are you still angry? He's giving me the silent treatment.
That one on the plate for a strike. 1-1 the count for Lucas Grayland.
I still have a ham and cheese sandwich in here if you want one.
And that one runs in, almost hits Lucas Grayland. He has to duck, so make it 2-1 the count.
Mother.
Remains 1 out. Runners still at second and third. Matt Fisher at second. Aaron Huggins at third.
Trade me hats. Here, hold his hat. Trade me hats.
And Lucas Grayland fouls that one off into the Rock Springs dugout.
Are you getting bored?
Yes.
I know, it's a little game.
Count now even at 2-2. 2 runners on, 1 out. Giants lead the Stallions by 10 as that gets away from Griffin Garner coming home on the wild pitch.
Did you know that
Aaron Huggins.
baseball, you could throw a player out by throwing the ball at them? Would you like to change that rule? Depending on how that would hurt.
Matt Fisher on that, advancing to third. So with Huggins coming home from third on the wild pitch, Jackson 11, Rock Springs still a goose egg on the scoreboard. And that was ball 4 for Grayland.
Fraser Hammond.
Hammond.
I know, I just don't read sometimes, okay?
On that balk that brought Matt Fisher also home
It is working. I saw him.
from third, so that makes it now 12-0 on that balk, bringing Matt Fisher home. So it's now Jackson leading Rock Springs 12-0 as is now Bridger Hammond swinging through that one, having to duck on his first one, so it's now a 1-1 count.
I said, oh, come on.
He's too angry.
I didn't say good job.
No, Rocky yelling down there.
Oh, gotcha.
Hammond ready, Sagastumi looking back at first. Swinging through that one is Hammond. Strike 2. Sagastumi stepping off the plate for a moment. Steps back on. Readies. Now the pitch. That one fouled off for Hammond. Count remains 1-2.
It's like the longest, slowest game ever.
I know.
You have to speak louder so he can hear you.
No.
We're still in only the top of the third inning, and we are only just about an hour and 16 minutes into this game. And there's a liner right to third for the out.
Number 2, Xander Witt.
I can't say anything, but I'm going to be enthusiastic.
That's out number 2 for Jackson. Now up, Xander Witt.
Dang, I wanted to play polka dot bikini.
Peterson with that catch on that line out is Xander Witt with the hit that gets down into left center for a hit.
Number Trace, Aiden Grayland.
Trace. Say numero Trace next time.
Aiden Grayland now up, last time in the box. He was on base via the most uncomfortable way, the hit by pitch.
Ooh, turned on that one.
And Grayland, solid hit, but it was caught. Hudson Fasoler with the catch for the third out in left field. And just like that, the top of the third is done, but Jackson picks up 2 runs, but ends up stranding a couple. Jackson Giants at the end of the top of the third lead the Rock Springs Stallions 12-0 in Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Rock Springs Stallions and Jackson Giants in the 2022 Coronavirus Stallions Tournament. This is Andrew Gallinger, and you are listening to Rock Springs Stallions Baseball from the Paul J. Wataha Recreation Complex.
25 or 14?
Up first for the horses is Ivan Valerio.
Oh, it didn't pass for it.
Now up to bat for Rock Springs, Ivan Valerio. Valerio watches the first one for a ball as the second one runs inside for a ball. 2-0 the count now. And that one just runs in on him. Now it's 3-0. Valerio fouls that one off.
That foul ball was sponsored by
3-1 the count now.
Marty's.
You already did Marty's.
Yeah. Slacker.
Okay.
So please apply next time.
Desert View Animal Hospital.
Okay, now you're announcing.
And that's outside for ball 4.
Number 41, Griffin Gardner.
$1,000,000. If I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a K car.
Ivan Valerio on that walk to lead off the bottom of the third. Now batting, Griffin Garner, the relief catcher that we've seen in for his brother Hudson.
Yeah, I don't even have walk-up songs for Ivan.
1-1 his count. Now Garner fouls that one out of play.
Say it right the first time, and the next time you say bye.
Next time.
Well, maybe.
And that one low for a ball. Count
He was
now
all
even,
healed.
2-2.
Except to swap everyone else out.
That one low. Full count now, 3-2.
No, wait, yes. Won't say 12, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
And as the wind's starting to pick up and it's getting cloudier as that one runs in for a strike. Caught him looking. Striking out Griffin Garner.
Ryan Zoti.
Yeah, whatever. Try calling a strike, then I'll listen to you.
Ryan Zotti now up. First one was low but catching for a strike. Second one outside to the right of the plate for a ball. 1-1 the count. Ivan Valerio on a first via the walk as that one is low for a ball. 2-1 now.
Okay.
Griffin
He's getting
Garner
into good DT.
struck out for the first out.
Desert View Animal Hospital foul ball.
Ryan Zotti fouls that one.
Foul ball. Sponsored by
Hurry up.
Bennett.
He choked.
Desert View Animal Hospital.
Okay, go ahead and announce Jason Sagastini.
And Ryan Zotti strikes out.
Jason?
Looking.
Before, tell the people what you were.
It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny
Jason Sagastumi now up. Sagastumi watches that one for a ball. That one low. 1-0. Sagastumi with the head. That gets through into shallow left. Gets past third baseman Aaron Huggins.
Number 23, Hudson Solar.
I've gone completely out of my mind. And the coming to take me away, huh? They're coming to take me away, ho ho hee hee ha ha. To the funny
Huggins
farm,
had his
life is
arm
beautiful all the
outstretched.
time, and I'll be happy to see those
He
nice.
had just enough power to get past him. And Sagastumi on first with a single, and there we had Hudson Fasoler able to single.
Number 12, Trayton Gunyon.
Hudson Fasoler singled to right, so now he got bases.
Well, see, that wasn't a strike.
Loaded.
Because his zone goes like this.
Now for Trayton Gunyon. Gunyon is ahead with the 2-0 count.
Oh, wow.
2-1 now as that one catches the plate. Swinging through that one is Trayton Gunyon. Count now even, 2-2.
Wallendorf.
Swinging through that one for the out. Trayton Gunyon. That's the third out.
Nope.
Hey, Dalton,
Rachel, you taking over?
it's time for us to head out.
Do I still get 2 hours?
Huh?
Is this chair full?
Yes.
Bye, y'all.
And at the end here of
Meet him tomorrow.
the third
Let me know.
Well,
inning,
we're here at 10 and 5:30.
Rock Springs strands 3, unable to pick up any
Hope we got
run.
lots of rocks and rope today.
What was that?
Hope we got lots of rocks and ropes today. Pile your shit down.
Fun using your little root as like a... Am I good here to grab power from there?
Yep. Yeah, hand me your cord, I'll plug you.
As we now get ready for the top of inning number 4.
Body's pitching now.
Ryan Zoddy now pitching for Rock Springs to start the top of the 4th frame. Ryan Zoddy and Griffin Garner, the pitch and catcher group.
No, you're good, bud. We can see over here.
Usual starters on the B team. I'm sure with this being game 2 today, and this one being such a blowout, compounded with the lopsided score of game 1, these B-team players are seeing more action. In this game at the AA level, Griffin Garner, Ivan Valerio,
Now
Ryan
batting number
Zoddy
4, Ethan Garner.
are the 3 that usually we only have seen so far this season at the B team level.
And it was after 7 when I got there.
Good for them to get this
They used to
AA
close at
team
9
experience,
hours.
even though it is at the expense of such a struggling performance as that one is caught
Now
from
batting
the out.
number 6, Trayson Castillo.
That was a hit.
No out.
Open the. Sorry, that's down for a hit. In center. So Ethan Garner makes it to first. Trayson Castillo fouls his first one back. And 1 the count. Ethan Garner's leadoff single to center, as that one is low for a ball, 1-1. And there's a solid hit. Is it caught by Rock Springs? No, it's not. It gets down, but it's in foul territory. So it's a 1-2 count now for Trayson Castillo. Castillo readies as he watches that one wide right of the plate for a ball count now even at 2-2. Ryan Zotti, his first time today at the plate. As Castillo fouls that one off down the third baseline. Count remains 2-2. And that one low, Griffin Garner able to stop it before it gets away, but it makes the count full now at 3-2. And there's a solid hit. Let's see if it can be caught by Rock Springs. No, it gets down. So that's a double for Castillo. Ethan Garner comes around to score from first, as that's a double to center field. That RBI double for Trayson Castillo. $13-0 the score now. Jackson leading.
Adding that to my playlist.
That one in there for a strike, 0-1. That one low for a ball count now 1-1. Nobody out. 1-1 run already across in this fourth inning. That one low for a ball. 2-1 now. 13-0, the Jackson Giants lead. Top of inning number 4. Is that one in the zone for a strike? Count now even at 2-2. Ryan Zotti hears the pitch. That one low for a ball. Full count once again, this time for Mason Wright. And that one low, ball 4.
Now
And
batting number
excuse me, that
22,
was
Aaron
Owen
Huggins.
Kana. And Owen Kana walks on his first plate appearance. Aaron Huggins watches one low for a ball, 1-0 the count. That one low into Griffin Garner's glove, 2-0 now. And that one low for a ball, 3-0. That one in the zone, count now at 3-1. And there's a hit. Gets down to deep center. That's a 2-run double. That 2-run double for Aaron Huggins.
Now batting number 8, Matt Fisher.
Makes it now 15-0. Jackson over Rock Springs. That brings Trayson Castile home. And Owen Kana. The 2-run double deep to center. And that gets past Ivan Valerio. The error allows Matt Fisher to advance all the way to second.
Now batting number 18, Lucas Grayland.
Lucas Grayland now batting. Ivan Valerio couldn't come up with the out at first on Fisher. It got away from him and allowed Fisher to advance to second, so that's credited as an error. Lucas Grayland watches one for a ball, 1-0. So the score now 15-0. Jackson Giants on top. There's solid contact. That gets down. That's a 2-run double for Lucas Grayland. Brings Huggins and
Now batting
Fisher
number
home.
25, Warren Newton.
And it is now 17-0. Warren Newton now up. His first plate appearance today. And that one low from Zadi to catcher Garner. Ball 1. That one catching the plate. Strike 1. So we are even at a 1-1 count. Still nobody out. 5 runs already across in this top of the 4th inning for Jackson, as that one was in there for maybe a questionable strike 2. Got him looking.
Now batting number 2,
That's
Xander Witt.
Strike 3 and the first out.
Now batting number 3, Aiden Grayland.
Aiden Grayland gets one down. That's a double to left. That brings 2 runs across. A double to deep left with 2 runs coming across. It makes it 19-0. Now Jackson over Rock Springs in this second game. Even more out of hand than the first one between these two teams to open the tournament. $19-0. Is that first one outside for a ball? There's a hit, gets in there to shallow left.
Now batting number 6, Trayson Castillo.
Ethan Garner singles to left field. Now with Trayson Castillo up, he has runners at the corners and only 1 out. 7 runs across in this inning. As we are still working our way through the top of the 4th. 10 runs in the first, none in the second, 2 in the third, and so far 7 in the 4th for the Jackson Giants. To get us to 19 so far, no runs for the Rock Springs Stallions, as that one is low for ball 2. The Rock Springs Stallions, unfortunately, it doesn't look like they will be getting their 3rd win on the year. As that one gets down for a hit, that's a double for Trayson Castillo to center field.
Now batting number 24, Owen Kana.
Yeah, we are losers.
Rock Springs now having a mound visit, as it is now 20-0. And wow, hopefully tomorrow against Wheatland and Evanston, Rock Springs can figure something out, because they've got absolutely throttled in these first 2 games of this 2022 coronavirus tournament. Springs just coming out of a visit, and they now have a pitching change. It is now Cannon Chrisman that will be on the mound. and Ryan Zoddy at center now. This is the fourth pitcher that Rock Springs has had in this game.
You already know the story, Rachel.
Owen
Now
Connor
batting number
with a
22,
liner.
Aaron Huggins.
That's an out. That's out number 2. On a liner to right.
Would have been out any other time. Or straight.
Aaron Huggins now up as he fouls that one off. First one was a ball. That one was fouled off. 1-1 the count. So now following 10 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and then so far 8 in the fourth. That's where we get the 20-0 lead for the Jackson Giants over the Rock Springs Stallions. And so far, Rock Springs
I can hear you.
just trying to stop the bleeding. As there's a liner right to the shortstop, Sam Wheeler, for the third out. And perhaps mercifully, the inning is over.
I need another story, something to get off my chest. My life is kinda boring. Need something that I can.
The fourth inning ends after Jackson puts up 8 runs to make the score 20-0. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Jackson Giants and Rock Springs Stallions. Can the Stallions at least put a score on the board before this game ends? We'll find out. The bottom of inning number 4 between the Jackson Giants and Rock Springs Stallions in game 2 today between these two teams. Bottom of the fourth coming up.
It's like we're chasing all those stars. Shining big black cars.
Now batting number 28, Tyler Wollendorf.
Tyler Wollendorf now up for Rock Springs. Wollendorf with the hit, but the shortstop can't bring it in cleanly,
Now
so
batting number
Wollendorf
26,
makes it
Maddox
to
Ice.
first on an error.
Now batting number 7, Cannon Chrisman.
It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash.
Cannon Chrisman now batting.
Because he changed everybody out.
Got baited?
No, there's about half of them that he didn't.
That first one was a ball as Chrisman watched that one over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Count now even 1-1.
Play Kung Fu Fighting next time.
Tyler Wollendorf on first, as that one is Ball 2. Swinging through that one. Count now even at 2-2 for Cannon Chrisman. And swinging through that one, just catching the front of the bat and fouling it off.
Yeah, Sam will be next.
For Chrisman, the count remains 2-2. And this plate appearance stays alive here in this bottom of the fourth. That one outside to the right of the plate. Full count now. Chrisman, solid contact. Does it get down? No, it is caught.
Now batting number 00,
That is
Sam
caught
Wheeler.
by Jackson's center fielder, Mason Wright. That's out number 1.
Didn't love me nice. And then the witch doctor, he gave me this advice. He said that
Sam Wheeler now up to the plate. That one just low of the zone for a ball 1-0. And that one on the high end of the zone. Same spot. Just high this time. 2-0 now the count. That one low. Just at the dirt. 3-0 now. Sam Wheeler watches that one wide. Right of the plate. Ball 4.
Now batting
Wheeler
number
walks.
30, Ivan Valerio.
You don't get no spending cash if you don't spread that kitchen floor. You ain't gonna rock and roll.
Ivan Valerio now up for Rock Springs. Tyler Wallendorf at second. Sam Wheeler at first. Valerio gets one down to shallow left.
Now batting number
That's a
41,
single.
Griffin Garner.
Thank the guy who wrote the song that made my baby fall in love with me.
And that one in the zone, 0-1. Just low count now, 1-1. Bases loaded for Rock Springs. Still just a one man gone. With Hudson Griffin Garner now up. Chance for Rock Springs as Garner fouls that one back. Rock Springs an opportunity to get this goose egg off the board. Here in the bottom of inning number 4. That one low, Aiden Grayland had to block that one. Count back even, 2-2. Griffin Garner fouls that one off deep out of left field. And Garner, solid contact. That gets down left field. Coming home, Tyler Wallendorf
Now batting number 10, Ryan
on
Gotti.
Griffin Garner's hit to left. Rock Springs is on the board with the RBI single to left that brought Wallendorf home. And we've got a second run in, Valerio.
Now batting number 21, Jason Sagastumi.
Old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople.
And that last one was Rock Springs brought two across, Tyler Wallendorf and Ivan Valerio. Sagastumi fouls one off.
Wallendorf, are you staying for the other two games or no?
Not today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have like something to do announcing?
I'm hoping.
You're supposed to. The boys are supposed
And
to
for
help
Jason
do it,
Sagastumi,
I
that
was
gets
wondering if there's gonna be like
in
a
their
roster
left
for-
field.
or a lineup for
Now batting number 23, Hudson Pasolar.
We haven't gotten anything yet, so.
Speaking of it,
A single.
Oh, I never played a song.
And there's an out. Hudson Fasoler. And that's the game.
Well, I'll play some songs until
Jackson Giants
I guess.
win this one 20-3. Ivan Valerio, Griffin Garner, Tyler Wallendorf. They're the ones that came home for Rock Springs here in the last inning. Here that ended up being the final fourth. 17-4 was the game one win for Evanston over Rock Springs today. Game two win 20-3. Jackson winning. Rock Springs, game three will be against Warland tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow evening, game four of the tournament will be against the Evanston Outlaws for the Rock Springs Stallions. So hopefully for Rock Springs, they can go 2-4-2 in the 2022 coronavirus tournament. Thanks for joining us for game 2 of the 2022 coronavirus tournament. This is Andrew Gallinger. Game 2 goes the way of Jackson Giants. Rock Springs Stallions fall in game 2, 20-3. Game 1 was 17-4. Tune in on Sunday for more Rock Springs Stallions AA baseball. This has been Andrew Gallinger with Rock Springs Stallions baseball from the Paul J. Wataha Recreation Complex. Thanks for always tuning in and being a valued listener, everybody. This has been Rock Springs Stallions baseball.